Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good morning. I be doing well. How about you guys? A lot. There's a lot to talk about. Oh, boy, is there a lot to talk about when it comes to this game. Fair warning, I might end up turning off the music, but that's if my ad blocker decides it's no longer working. I only have an ad blocker on my computer. Everything else is like, I suffer through it, but I'm doing well, thanks. It's the quickest start yet. Sort of. I kind of tried starting a few times already, but like, the first 2 times I started this stream, it was like not working correctly, so like I had to like restart it a few times. I didn't know you had ad block. Sometimes I forget I did too, because it was just like, oh, here, we fixed your computer, have this as well. Like, okay, thanks. Well, yeah, I didn't see it until I went and checked my brightness. Yeah. Anyways, I had no idea what to draw, so chibi shrouds. We're gonna draw some chibis, I guess. But I mostly just want to talk about like everything that's been happening so far. Like, we got the anime preview for Twisted Wonderland, because apparently Anime Japan was like Anime Expo, I think, or something. Anime Japan was like going on. Hello. Anime Japan was like going on, so like a bunch of anime announcements were like going on, and I'm just like, ah!
Didn't really know what I wanted out of life early.
Oh no.
The years have really learned.
Ah! Yeah, see, that's goodbye. Oof. Goodbye ad. Goodbye music. I gotta update that. Isn't it okay? I didn't hear you at first. Not sure if me, but you sound well. Yeah. That happens. That happens. I tried to talk loud. I'm not used to it. And also, we kind of scuff here. We make do with what we got. Also, yes, the anime! Yes! It's been 3,000 years! Finally, Twisted Wonderland anime. And the quality looks so good. I'm so excited. I just want to focus on how like pretty the anime preview was. And then we also have the anniversary songs. Like the full versions are going to be coming out soon, and they have like little animated, well, not animated, but like little cool music videos too. Just so much was happening. Everybody looks so pretty in the anime. And the question that I had for like ever has finally been answered of, How is this anime gonna work? Is it gonna be a all new main character, or are we're following the manga? Which means multiple U's, and I'm happy for that. They look so good, like Riddle, my son. So a few days ago, I actually advertised your channel on another VTuber who was interested in Twisted Wonderland but hasn't played, because aside from playing it, I can think of no better way to get into it than you. Since you are the biggest Twisted Wonderland fan I ever did see. Oh boy. I'll wear that badge with honor, I guess. I'm just... They all look so good. I do want to point out, though, that everybody kind of has, like, a gradient to the shading. Like it's not just a few characters that have, like, a gradient going on in the shading for the anime. Because the anime looks like it's taken inspiration from the actual, like, character art. And in the character art, there's, like, a weird shading gradient thing going on with, like, the atmospheric shading or something like that. Because, like, it's blue. Like, there's a blue tint to, like, the shading. I just wanted to point that out because it's something I noticed. Because it's just so cute. They all look so beautiful. And now I just have to wait for Ortho. But like, with how Grim looks, I'm certain that Ida and Ortho are going to have lovely hair. I hear it will follow the manga, seeing how book 1 you looks like that. Yeah, it is. It do be following the manga, which means multiple U's. And I'm excited about that. Because they all look adorable. There's something different about each one of them. And I'm fine with that, because again, I'm somebody who likes JoJo, so... New protagonists every season, I can get behind that. I thought everyone in the game had shading too. Yeah. I'm talking about more like the still art or something, like the game art, not necessarily the anime models. I want to see the anime to hurry up. I want to see my boy. I want the anime to hurry up. I can patiently wait 5 more years. Because I love art. But will we see the Sooms? No. I can confidently say the Sooms are probably not going to show up in the anime. That's not main story, which is sad because it's so funny. I wish it was. I do know they have like little anthology mangas too. That'd be cute to see shorts of that. Just silly goofiness going on. Well, game shading, very different. Yeah, but like it's taken like inspiration from it. At least from what I can tell. From what it looks like. Because that's kind of like just the shading in general for newer Yana art. Like, show that before the anime. Give us a Zoom short in 2025. Remind everybody of the Zooms. Marketable plushies. But the Zooms are still canon, aren't they? Or are they like those dream events where the characters aren't canon? Every side of it is like not canon, but the information you learn about the characters are canon. Yeah, I think Zooms are like a dream event. Yeah. It's like the only canon thing about the events is any character information you learn. So like learning like a character's birthday or like a favorite food or whatever, like that stuff would be canon. Other than that, it's like, it's just a little side event because mobile games need those to survive. We gonna beg or bully Disney for more Twist Zooms? It would be nice to have more Twist Zooms. I would like a Tsum Tsum rerun. I don't have any SSR Zoom cards. I thought Tsums were in the main game. They are not. Because, the Tsum Tsum event was a crossover with the little Tsum Tsum line twists. Not twist, but like the line game with the Tsum Tsums. So the Fairy Gala isn't canon. No, it is not. Technically, it is not, but any information you learn about the characters is, like, true. So. Though, if we get an English dub, oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. I'm very picky about dubs, so. With how high quality this anime looks like, they better go all out on, like, hiring good voice actors who can actually sing. That's my one, like, little thing is, like, since music is very important to this series, please hire people who know how to sing. Because otherwise you're gonna have to hire, like, 2 voice actors per character if the main voice actor cannot sing, and it's like, I'm tired of people, like, not hiring people who can sing if a character is supposed to be able to sing. Like, please, take that into consideration. It's very important. Very, very important. Like, we have Disney Tsum game, so why not twist there? Yeah. If Yana work, please let it be funny. Yeah. We need voice actors who can sing. That's my one little discussion on this topic. Because again, I'm, like, very picky. I'm the type of person where it's like, if I do not vibe with the English dub, I will switch it. It's like, doesn't sound that good. Okay, she still be good though. I meant to say Dana Snyder, that's why I deleted. I was confusing the actor with the Owl House. I'm kind of lost in the sauce of the conversation. I don't know what's happening. That's a me problem. The Owl House characters, voice acting twist characters. Oh. I could actually see that working. I kind of remember watching a little bit of the Owl House. I never finished watching it. But, like, yeah, I'd rather they go out of their way to hire voice actors who aren't just, like, anime dub-over voice actors. Like, actual professional voice actors. For, like, just animation in general. Because, like, there's a difference sometimes. It's weird to explain. Also, like, maybe some video game voice actors as well, because, like, there's, like, a different quality, I guess. I don't know. It's weird to think about. King as Grim? Nah, don't fit, though. Nah. You gotta find a very special voice for Grim. He's a very special creature. He needs a very special voice. Gremlin, but not too gremlin, if that makes any sense. Basically, I was trying to say Dana Snyder, the guy who plays Gazpacho from Chowder, would be good English Grim, but I confused his name with the name of the Owl House creator. That is an interesting take, as funny as Gazpacho is. I probably need to see more of what his range is or something, because, like, I'm just thinking of Gazpacho's voice, and that's, like, that's not Grim. But I'm assuming he probably has done more things where it's like, yeah, I could see that working, but, like, I'm just thinking of Gazpacho. I love Chowder though. That's a good show, man. It is so silly. Oh yeah, and like speaking of other like anime announcements that was happening, I'm excited for new Pantheon's talking. I remember watching that first season and just like, man, I really wish there was more. Now I'm wondering who I put if there was an English voice cast. I kind of want to do something like that too, but like I need to do a little bit more research because like I don't really follow voice actors like that. But like I know that there are decent voice actors out there, you know. He doesn't have too much vocal range, but if you do want more of his work, check out The Ghost and Molly McGee. He plays the titular ghost named Scratch. Oh, I've heard of that. I feel like Crowley voiced by an old Disney villain actor. Oh, that's a good one. Question is who? Or at least somebody who can do an impression, depending on what I'm thinking. Because like hiring a Disney voice actor is going to be like expensive. I think Crowley would work if he was voiced by Rob Paulson or Corey Burton, Captain Hook. Oh yeah. Oh, I see the vision. I see the vision. Rob Paulson has range, man. But for Crowley, I don't know. I'm gonna need to look more into voice actors because like some of the voice actors that I'm thinking of, they don't do anime dubs or like voiceover stuff for like dubbing. Which is like ideally I would want those kinds of voice actors, but like realistically, they're probably not gonna do that. They're probably just gonna stick to like your typical anime dub over voice actors. But like if they want to use that Disney money wisely, they'd hire good voice actors. And like seek them out and be like, hey, we need you for this. Along with the fact that, you know, I want people who can sing, you know? Because like even though singing doesn't pop up that much in the main story, when it does, I don't want it to sound awkward. Cause like I remember watching Kami-sama Kiss, and one of the characters is like supposed to be like a singer, a musician, and like the English voice is okay, but when the singing in English, it doesn't sound very good. It just doesn't match. But I'm just like, dang. I love this character, but man, the singing needs work. It really do be needing work. At that point, it's just like, why don't you just let the original Japanese audio play? Because I know some series do that sometimes, where it's like, oh, well, this character's singing now, but this voice actor cannot sing, so just play the Japanese audio. Alternatively, Charlie Adler would also be a good Crowley. You'd be surprised how deep his voice can go. He was the title characters in Cow and Chicken and the red guy from the same show. Oh, wow. I do remember watching that a little bit as a kid. Sort of. I didn't really have Cartoon Network growing up. I just thought, and hear me out, Maurice LaMarche, also known as the Brain from Animaniacs. I mean, he voiced Ratigan in the House of Mouse. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Sam voiced by Keith David, Dr. Facilier. Honestly, that'd be amazing. That'd be kind of funny too, because it's like it's just voicing another version of the same character. But like the nicer version of the same character. It's funny. Yes, Brain. Yeah, that'd be good. I need to start writing some of these down. We need to make our own list, our own fan casting ideas. Except instead of regular dumb voice actors, we're picking like actual professionals that probably wouldn't do this in a million years. Except for maybe a few, because I know Keith David's working on like Has-Been, not Has-Been, yeah, Has-Been Hotel. So it's like, yeah, it's like it's possible, but highly improbable. Welcome to Hell, Husker, who is also voiced by Keith. Ortho, the first I had to. Honestly, I have no idea who I'd want for Ortho. It'd have to be somebody who can actually do, like, a good kid voice. And doesn't sound irritating. Because Ortho as a character is not supposed to be irritating. He's just supposed to sound like a kid. And now I'm thinking about Lilia too, because like the whole joke with Lilia is that his voice is very deep for a character that looks young. But he doesn't really sound too deep, but he definitely doesn't match his age. I see as Tara Strong, but IDK. I don't. I don't. I mean, she has the ability to voice children, but as far as I can tell, most of the young boy characters she has done usually sound kind of annoying. Which works for the characters she's voicing. But not for Ortho. Travis Willingham is a pretty prominent actor, and he did both Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood as Roy Mustang and Sophia the First as King Roland. Wow. I did not know that. I still need to finish watching Full Metal Alchemist. I kind of started, but I haven't finished it. I got up to the episode with the big brother thing, and I'm just like, oh. I need to continue, but I'm stopping right now. Give old man voice, but IDK. Give the actor of Ash from Pokemon to Ortho. Interesting choice, but I don't know how to feel about that one. Honestly, I don't remember if I don't know. I don't see it. It's very subjective. Like, I'm very picky right now. Because it's like, if I was like a casting director or whatnot, I'd be like, you need to at least imitate the original voice to a certain extent. Like, the original vibes of this character. Which is why I think Todd Haberkorn would make a good Floyd, because he voices characters similar to Floyd. So I feel like he'd be a good Floyd. Or maybe Kate Higgins as Ortho. She's not as well known, but she is the current voice of the animated version of Princess Aurora and Pauline from Super Mario. Interesting. If Ida doesn't make a Hades joke, if his book comes out, I'ma fight. I mean, he makes references a lot. Have you seen him do the little thumbs up thing? He's so silly. I feel like Ida is like the easiest character to make a bunch of like references to things without it sounding very awkward. I don't know, because he's a derp. He's a dork. He's a nerd. He's like us. Fellow weeb. Also, yes, for Floyd, though, I want the Tweels to be voiced by different people, like in the game. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I'm like, he would make good Floyd. uh, who's the voice of Sheik? No, that doesn't really fit Jade. I was about to say, because, like, never mind. I don't know where I'm going. I was just thinking of, like, Oron and the voice cast from there, and I'm like, some of these voices I could kind of see as some characters for Twisted Wonderland. Yeah, I saw the thumbs up. It was funny. But did Ida have a hunk of moussaka caught in his throat? I think he said something similar to that at some point. I know he said something about, like, having, like, sulfur in his ears at one point during the Ignihai chapter. Like, out of all the characters, Ida's the one who makes, like, the most callbacks to, like, Hades in some way. Like, he's either referencing a line from the movie or, like, I don't know, he's just doing something that resembles mannerisms of Hades. Despite his personality being extremely, like, socially awkward in comparison. The last comment was a reference to a Hades line from the beginning of Hercules. Yeah, I know. I saw someone make art saying, how would Ida be if his hair went out? Is he bald or is it a darker blue? I love those silly arts of, like, what would happen if Ida's hair went out. Cause, like, yeah, you could do the funny haha, he's bald under there. But I don't think he's supposed to be bald under there. And the comment said this bald so he can do the whoa, is my hair out joke. That would be funny, but I don't think he's supposed to be bald. I would love that though. It'd be funny for the bit. Richard O'Brien could also be a good Crowley. He was Ferb's dad. Oh! Oh, I can see that one. I can see that one working out better. The vaguely British accented Crowley. I can see that working. Awesome. Dun dun dun. Ida, dorm leader, god of the underworld. Hi, how are you doing? Ida, head officer of Styx. How, leader of the underworld. How are you doing? I think he actually says something like that in chapter 6. I don't know. Because, like, a lot of his lines during the Ignihai chapter do kind of reference Hades' voice lines. It's so funny. He constantly makes a lot of references to things that Hades says. I think Leona's a close second, sort of. And Riddle, sort of. I mean, I always envisioned Crowley as being very English or high-class Northern American. Anyway, if he wasn't Japanese. And Tim Curry can be Malleus's dad. But we don't know what Malleus's dad even looks like. And I hope it stays that way. I hope we never know what Malleus's dad looks like. Because if he's not that important to the plot, who cares? Leona's just Scar voice is what I see. Get anyone who does a Scar voice for Leona. Ida. He's a guy! That's so funny. mean, Tim Curry could also be a good Crowley, but I don't know. Like, yeah, like Crowley having like a vaguely British sound and accent. It just feels right. Like, some of the characters feel like they would have like a vaguely British accent, and it's mainly the Hearts Labille characters. Mainly Riddle, mostly because he's like he has like CL's personality, but without all the death and cults attached to it. If there ever was a Valentine's Day event in Twisted Wonderland, I want Ida to say, he's a guy! I feel like the closest is Ghost Marriage, but that was more of like a June bride kind of event thing. And I think the closest we have to a Valentine's event was the Tangled one, but I don't think that really counts. It just happened in February. I have an idea. Jim Cummings as Leona. I know, probably uninspired, but he did sing most of Be Prepared, and if he can sing in Scar's voice, maybe he can combine that voice with a New York accent. I can't see Leona with any kind of specific accent. Riddle's mom voiced by Gothel's voice actor for Laughs in Tangled event. Honestly, that would be cool. Especially for like the sort of one-off kind of characters that don't really show up very much. It would be cool to have like a legit like former Disney voice actor voicing those characters. Like, that would be cool. Because, yeah, Riddle's mom is basically kind of a version of Mother Gothel. Sort of. Definitely not like a Cinderella stepmom vibes, like, no. Finn Wolfhard, the one Stranger Things and Ghostbusters actor could be Riddle. Though Kaleem and Jamil giving me trouble. I remember seeing like a lot of like twist animations using like clips from Ouran High School Host Club. And in all honesty, I think Kaleem with Tamaki's voice actually works pretty well. Like, they have the same energy. I feel like that would work fairly well, especially if you don't want to give them, like, vague accents or anything. Just stick with the vibes, man. And Kaleem's vibes are very, like, Tamaki cell-coded. I don't know about Finn Wolfhard as a Riddle, though. That seems very... It don't work with my brain. I don't see it. Just give Rook a French voice actor and we could. Rook also has Tamaki vibes too. It's so hard. Like, they both have similar vibes, but like in a different manner. Yes, so IDK. It's like, if you're gonna go the extra mile with characters having like accents, please hire people who can actually do proper accents. And or people who are like multilingual. But that's money. But again, if this has money that's backed from Disney as well, please use that money to hire the best of the best. That's all I'm saying. Because, like, a lot of thought went into the voice casting for the game in general. So, like, it would be nice to see, like, a potential dub version have that same level of effort. But for the most part, they don't really do that. Because money. Everything always falls back to money. Money, 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 money. Vil, though, easy. Find a drama king. Vil's kind of hard to pin down because he's specifically like, even the Japanese voice actor for Vil is kind of like, Vil's mannerisms are very like androgynous, and even he has a hard time trying to keep it like that with Vil's voice. So like Vil's kind of tricky. He has a very specific vibe going on. For a man who can act like a spoiled brat. Vil's not spoiled. Vil is very well mannered. I'm trying to think of like other. Malleus would also be a very hard one to find too. Cause like he has a very like smooth voice or something like it's very hot. And like mysterious. And it's like, yeah, you can kind of get that with some anime characters that have like a similar vibe to Malleus, but like I don't know, it's kind of hard to replicate that in English when it comes to like actual anime voice actors, whereas like actual like just voice actors in general could probably pull that off. Like not just dub actors. In Vil English VA, if there is one, better do high scream. I know he's not spoiled, but it is the tone and voice. That is true. Yeah, Vil's potential VA needs to have the range to scream. The scream of relief he had at the end of the Ignahai chapter was just so funny. I loved it so much. It's just like, ah, yes. I didn't know your voice can go that high, but I'm not surprised that it can. It's like, it's oddly cute, too. Is it weird to say that a character screams cutely? Because Vil, he screams cutely. Thanks. A sigh of relief. He is free. He's back to himself again. It's not weird Vil's cute high-pitched scream. he got such a cute scream. Also, who did Riddle hair fix? Huh? Also, how did Riddle fix hair fix? Oh, it was the same thing that Vil did. It was the same way that Vil got fixed. Just Malleus is just like, here, have some vitality. Either that or his was able to just kind of come back after just leaving the area. Like, did Malleus fix it when he turned Vil young again? Probably. But like, Vil was like in there. Riddle was just like, he was just near it. So like, either Riddle, I can't remember exactly, but it's like either Vil was like, I mean, Riddle was either like, oh, just go to the nurse's office, you'll probably be fine. Whereas Vil is like, yeah, no, you need help. You need a lot of help. You nearly had the life drained out of you. I feel like the staff voiced by their villains, by Cruel and Train and Crown. I don't know. I just think it'd be neat to have like a few like voice actors from these productions, like the original Disney productions, kind of just be cameo voices for certain characters. As well as I still think Keith David as Sam would be the smartest move to make. Because again, Sam doesn't really show up that often, but when he does, it'd be so funny if it's just like Facilier, but like not as like a bad guy. And he seems like the type of person who would be down for it. So Sam is Dr. Facilier and Vargas voiced by Gaston. Who did voice Gaston? Because that would also be kind of funny. I might need to rework the head. Oof. The head shape is not shaping the way that I want it to. I'm gonna look. I will redo this head later. But now that I got it separated, I'll remember. Richard White. It would be interesting. But again, I think it would also be interesting to have like these guys be like cameo voices as well. Like it would just be cool. Look at those chunky legs I just drew. He's so chunky legged. But at the end of the day, it's just a dream. Either way, I'd probably still just prefer watching it with the Japanese voices, though. Because, like, I'm more used to that. What a old man actor who can voice Trin. Also, thick thighs! Ortho has the chunkiest leg-to-arm ratio out of almost all the characters, I think. And if he doesn't, I like giving him the chunkiest arm-to-leg ratio. Because it matches Hercules' proportions from the beginning of the movie. His legs were chunky. Just gotta admire them leggies. Chunky leggies. I saw Tegan as Cruel cause flashy, but IDK. Tengen. Where's that? That name sounds familiar. Is that Demon Slayer? I don't remember. I never finished watching Demon Slayer. I kind of forgot to finish watching. There's like a few series where it's like, I kind of forgot to finish watching this. Yes, Demon Slayer. Which one was it again? It's also been a while since I saw Demon Slayer. I also wanted to finish that one too, because I think the English dub is okay. Although I kind of want to watch it in Japanese because Riddle's VA is the same VA as what's his name? Man, it's been so long since I saw Demon Slayer. I forgot his name. Tanjiro? Yeah, it's Tanjiro. Tanjiro and Riddle have the same voice actor. He has 3 wives. That is all I can say. Oh, that guy! Now I remember. I did get to that point. The cool dude with the harem of wives. And Floyd and Genya share a VA. Oh yeah, I know that one. Floyd's VA also did Bakugo and Gyacho in JoJo Part 5. And Quiche in Tokyo Mew Mew. The new version of the anime, I'm not sure about the original, but I know for the new version of Tokyo Mew Mew, he's voicing Quiche, and it kind of has like similar Floyd energy. Because that's kind of what Quiche is as a character. He's just like, I'm just gonna mess with you because it's fun. I hear that in Demon Slayer, Demon Child shares a VA with Ida. Oh yeah, I remember. Ida's VA is interesting too. His VA is also, he also voices Shigaraki in My Hero, and I kind of think that's funny. Along with the fact that his voice actor can sing, and he sings beautifully. Ida has a very pretty singing voice. He does. Yes. Wait, what is his name again? I have the wiki pulled up on the side because I'm using references, so. Ida's voice actor is I don't think I can pronounce his first name correctly. Uchiyama. Koki Uchiyama. Oh, he was the Japanese voice of Soul, too! Chiggy and Hina are gamer buds now. Indeed. Yeah, he is Shigaraki. I just needed to double check. Yeah, it's funny. In a good way, not like a bad way. It's just funny to see. But like, yeah, I'm just learning now that he was also the Japanese voice for Soul. Soul Eater Evans in Soul Eater. I love Soul Eater, but I never watched it in Japanese. But I would like to now, just knowing that fact, and that's like one of his early career roles too. That's just fun. We need a man to scream for Sebek. Yes, yes we do. If you're voicing Sebek, you gotta be able to scream. Well, not really scream, but like yell. Which English VA man screams loud? Gyacho. From JoJo. I forgot what the English voice actor's name was for Gyacho in JoJo Part 5, but... Oh, now I remember! Ah! The guy who voices, Dimitri in Fire Emblem Three Houses. That man can yell. Wakasama! Yeah, that guy. I think he'd probably be a decent Sebek. And it's not just because I think Dimitri Alexander Blyad in Fire Emblem Three Houses is a great character. I mean, he is. But, like, I think he could do a decent English Sebek. Yes, bro can yell loud. He can yell. I need my... Oh, I remember... Like, I was looking at, like, the voice actors for Twisted Wonderland with a friend of mine, and we were, like, scrolling through some of the pages, and apparently Lilia's VA was the Japanese dub voice for the Nutcracker in Barbie and the Nutcracker. So that's a fun fact. That's a fun fact for you. And I think that's neat. Barbie? Yeah. I think that's just funny to think about. I love people with range. Have Jade just be voiced by Sebastian and watch people go crazy. Yes. But I also think if possible, If this was allowed, I think it would be cool if Jade was just voiced by his original voice actor. Because his original voice actor, like, knows multiple languages, so that'd be cool if they allowed him to do that, if he could. I just think that'd be interesting. I don't know how, like, the legal process or, like, the logistics would work for that, though. Because it's not that often where people who know multiple languages are voice actors and they're able to, like, voice act their characters in multiple productions. I'm just used to hearing that with movies. Not really like an anime production. Then again, I think that'd be too much for one person schedule, but like if it was possible, that'd be cool. Now Azul needs someone who knows how to throw a tantrum. Indeed. A very whiny tantrum too. I'm not trying to bully Azul, but he do be sounding whiny when he's throwing a tantrum. I also like how the anime is just using the music from the game as part of its soundtrack. I mean, save resources where you can, and the music is already pretty good on its own, so might as well just use it. Spend your money wisely. I can't really think of who would make a good Azul off of the top of my head. Because, like, a lot of the dub VAs that I think would be kind of good for roles in Twisted Wonderland are, like, people who are not really that big in the VA scene anymore. But at the same time, it's like I feel like they're more qualified because they have more years of experience with anime dubbing. I saw someone say how if there's an English VA when they're overblocked, the English VA would also be mixed with the OG villains, making it look like the villains they are based off of, joining them as they overblock. Ooh. Ooh, that'd be cool. Because, like, they do have, like, an echoey monstery effect, but it would be cool to have that echoey monstery effect, but also, like, throw in, like, voice lines from, like, the original voices. But that's gonna be tricky, because some of the characters are based off of, like, villains from, like, really old movies whose VAs aren't around anymore, so it's like you'd have to find somebody who can do the impression. Whereas Hades' VA would be available anyway. That man is dedicated to the character. Nothing will stop him. Like, you hear the Queen of Hearts with Riddle, Jafar with Jamil, Ida, and Hades. Yeah. Like, it would be interesting. Because at least for the game, they just have like a monstery, echoey voice effect. But even in the game, they did have like the Japanese voice for Maleficent voice Malleus's mother. So like that's honestly pretty cool in my opinion. Bro, James likes Hades too much and I don't blame him. Indeed. Like, he was voicing him for House of Mouse as well. The dedication to the character. And then in also Kingdom Hearts. Man was dedicated. I think he voices him in Dreamlight Valley, but I don't have Hades yet. I think he does too. Although I'm not sure if they ended up switching. Because I know for like some of the characters, they're not voiced by their original voice actors like at all. And it's just impressions, and some of them are not that good. Specifically Scar's. It just sounds so awkwardly like, yeah, that kind of sounds like Scar, but at the same time, it's like, I can tell that's not Scar. I'm slow. Yeah. Me too. Ursula's voice actress is pretty good. May she rest in peace. She was definitely very good. I'm probably gonna stop here today. It was definitely fun talking about potential voices for Twisted Wonderland. Cause like I know that is kind of like a little bit of a topic of like debate going on right now because it's like, oh, who would voice who? Who would be a good Rookie voice though? I want to say Bryce Papenbrook, mainly because he voices characters that make weird noises a lot. And Ruggy's laugh is a weird noise. Got to go, bye. Bye-bye. Tomorrow we're probably just gonna work on this again. Or not, I kind of might do some original character scribbles, but I don't know. We'll see. Have fun. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.